is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Brayathorn. How you doing? Why are my headphones so loud? I don't know. My IEMs. But yeah, we're here. Sorry I'm late. There is a second release kind of thing for Chaos Rising. I believe only like League affiliated card shops that run League events, tournaments, things like that were able to release on Monday when I got my booster box. But now GameStop is joining the fray. So that is what's going on there. What's going on, Panther, Bluesionic Wolf? How you doing? Welcome in. Chris, thank you for waiting around. I appreciate that. And Panther, thank you for being in both chats. That is always very helpful. Numbers being what the numbers have been lately, but transitions. Right now, as a content creator, it's like, and I know that it wouldn't seem like I know this this experience, but I'm like between haircuts right now as a content creator. That awkward phase where things seem a little off, but you just got to let it grow a little bit and just stick around. It'll turn out good. But yeah, exactly. Says I'm getting my PC tomorrow. Yep, that I will say this for Ready System. It was the iBuyPower one. Oh no, was it the iBuyPower one, right? Ready Systems or anything ready to ship is a unique experience because like it's just like it's almost like buying just something off of Amazon, but from a builder instead. It's much better, and it's nice. It is nice. You don't get the customization factor, but guess what? It's a PC. You can do that later. What's up, Natty? How's it going? Panther, you were the first one. You were first tonight. Yeah. And you didn't even say first. I appreciate that. So, what's the deal with the release at GameStop? Because obviously, you know, there have been some really friendly people that I have encountered at GameStop working there, things like that. But we all know GameStop has been pretty iffy when it comes to Pokemon and other stuff. That was actually a real cough. I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't trying to hide the "and other stuff" thing. I would have just said "and other stuff." But there are some really cool people that work there, and they're really nice. But it's weird how they're doing this. I placed a pre-order for an ETB from GameStop because I bought a booster box from Tronics, the other card shop that I went to for the Monday release. So I want the booster box, I want the Fennekin promo card, all that. And GameStop has an exclusive, I believe, stamped promo Ho-Oh card that only the first 25 people that were there at 8 p.m. were going to be able to get. I was number 12. So there you go. But I didn't get it yet because they're not a League affiliated place or whatever. I mean, they obviously do collaborate with, but they don't host tournaments or anything. There's not room in a GameStop. There's too many hats and t-shirts and stuff. Okay. And figures and, you know, all that. By the way, I like hats and t-shirts and figures. I'm not saying those are inherently bad things, but it's decreasingly a GameStop. We all know that. Anyway, they can't release the set until midnight, whatever local time, you know, the local time here, midnight. When I end my stream, I can't be waiting in line then. But they said come in at 8 p.m. and you can finish paying your pre-order and you get your ticket for a promo card. So I have that. After I finish stream, I got to head over there. I might record a little something there because they have something called a pool party. And I was like, wait, where's the pool? Where's the swimming pool? If you a pool party. Got it. I got it. And we also got Shinola Cerberus coming in with a tier 1 sub. Let's go, nerds. Thank you, Shinola. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why there's such a... Oh, I guess I didn't show up in chat because reasons on the screen? I don't know. FC Midwest, happy Friday Eve. Right back at you. Hope you're doing well. Well, and I'm glad you're back so we can get you taken care of here. So they have a thing called a poll party where you open your thing there, and it's like a thing where other people are opening their stuff. And the cool thing was I only pre-ordered an ETB, but they were like, hey, here's a whole list of other stuff you can get, including like a whole booster box if I wanted. I did note that the booster box was literally double the price that I paid for my booster box from the card shop that I went to on Monday. That was interesting. And also, no, don't buy that for $300. That's crazy. That's more than double the price what I paid for this. Like 125, 130, some 140, something like that for this. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it wasn't, no, $300. Anyways, I mean, eventually, if you're really trying to master set it or something like that, you are then taking on the responsibility of paying more, probably. That's just how that goes in this market. But so I added on a booster box and a 3-pack blister. And I'm just going to open the 3-pack blister there. I'll take this little camera right here. I'll just go record that. And that'll be a short by itself. But then I'm going to come home because I'm going to be tired. And I'll have an ETB for Sunday. That'll be cool. You're welcome. Thank you for the content. You're welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the $6. I don't get $6, by the way. That's how Twitch works. That's how subscriptions works. That's why the platform is. That's why I have a platform. That's why they exist. Yes, Game Scalp. Sounds about right for their price increases. Yeah, but I found that for a booster box, getting one right now, and the 3-pack blister, it wasn't too bad. I would like to have those different, like I'd like to have a booster box to open for a separate video kind of thing. That kind of thing. Eventually, I don't know. I'd like to get to the size of channel where I can do something like opening a case of booster boxes, because that sounds like fun, and hit rates can be either far better or worse than just a single booster bundles, like a bunch of 6-pack individually sealed booster bundles. You can end up having more hits than out of 6 of those, which has 36 packs total, than a 36-pack booster box. Sometimes it's hard to say, but that's a lot. It's a lot of money. I don't want to do that right now. Surprised because I'm usually not. This is my first time being first anywhere for anyone. Wow. Also something I never try to do. Hope it's an indicator that this will be a great stream. It will. I will say that I think the poll party thing was only till 1, so I might or like 12:30, something like that. So I might end up ending it a little bit early to go out there, but that's it. Like I'm not out there. I'm not going to be in line. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I already waited in line. That's actually kind of a cool system. You do the waiting in line at a more reasonable hour, get your ticket, and then come back later on. And you don't have to wait in line in the middle of the night. That's kind of cool. And there are only like 18 people there or something. So every one of them is getting that promo card. Pretty cool. It was a bit of a mess, though. They had a guy outside basically most of the time trying to explain what was happening. But yeah, okay. We've obviously got other stuff going on here. I just wanted to share what's going on tonight. That's a little different. That's not the link I wanted to open. I wanted to open, well, this one. Hold on. There we go. So again, tonight we'll be doing the thing that we do where if you fill out a form, I can help you find a PC, a pre-built, or help you put together a parts list for a DIY build. It is not the best time for that, obviously, because of the global shortage. But if you need it, you need it. If you want it, you want it. If you can afford it, even better. There you go. That's sort of the that's the vibe. That's the vibe of the market right now. We are at least still in the place where stuff is available for purchase. I was worried that by now we would be at a place where you just couldn't find anything anywhere. Thankfully, it hasn't gotten to that point, and maybe it won't ever. Knock on wood. So we do have someone waiting for help. That would be FC Midwest 15 here. I'm going to go and mark you as here. We will, as last time, you are first. You are first tonight. You're the first person I'm going to help is what I mean. So as last time, I will start off with a little Pokemon thing. We'll help you out, and then we'll proceed from there. Mostly because, like, look, the reason I start with this, y'all don't understand how difficult it is to just have sealed product here and not just open it. Okay, like I am proud of myself, but as soon as I start streaming, I'm like, I'd like to open something. I want to do a little thing. Let's get a little something going. And we have 3 good options right now. I do have a few things arriving that I ordered like a month ago or something, but we have a few good options right now. Of course, Chaos Rising, 6 packs of that. 12 packs of that, right? Because I'm doing 3 videos out of the booster box. Or there is, you know what? We're going to do Chaos Rising, and then we'll do Mega Dream later on. I don't know if I'm going to split that up into 2 videos because I have the one Japanese box of Mega Dream and the one Korean box of Mega Dream. Probably going to split it up into 2 videos because that wasn't cheap, but it's also not nearly as expensive as well, it's about the same price as in like an English ETB, but you get more cards and you get better pull rates. So I've been doing my research since Tuesday, so I have definitely a way better understanding of what I'm looking for. Awesome, that's great. So you can let me know in chat if there's anything that you would have corrected from your form. Gaming, pro gaming, esports, pro gaming / esports, and streaming are the 3 that you chose. You chose 1440p for your resolution and 2500 to 3000 for your range of budget. I will be asking you what your actual maximum budget is, like a hard number rather than a range. So if it's like 2750 or 2900 or whatever, and I think you did tell me that, maybe, but that was 2 days ago. I don't remember what I did this morning, so not Jasper's. What's up? How you doing? It's going well. It's going well. I'm gonna be after stream tonight. I'm heading to GameStop. I'm picking up more Chaos Rising. Guys, I was good. I could have picked up a lot more product, but I was good. I just got the ETB I pre-ordered, and then the that booster bundle and the 3-pack blister. I was like, how much am I limited to? They're like, you're the 12th person here. Like, how much do you want? Like, there's the people with pre-orders have their stuff set aside. How much of the other stuff do you want? And I was like, just one of that. Because it is a little overpriced. It is so funny to me that GameStop is like the cheapest place to get a specific ultra premium collection just because it was their exclusive one. It's so ridiculous. Okay. Let's do some more Chaos Rising. See if we can get something cool before I go to this thing tonight. That'd be kind of neat. Rurutu, welcome. How's it going? Chaos. Yes. Chaos. There you go. I'm with it. Bone Shot, good evening. I didn't organize that very well, did I? Got my tag submission back. Got absolutely cooked on my Zard from the Charizard UPC 7.5. Jaspers, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, they said they were saying at the thing at GameStop tonight, they're gonna have a raffle for a free grading, and I was like, are y'all still stuck with PSA? And they were like, yeah. I was like, hey, free is free, I guess, until they find out it's a valuable card. And then they're like, well, it's going to be 4 times that. And you're like, cool, 4 times 0 is 0. And they'll be like, foiled again. Currently fighting against a Gigabyte board for trying to post an image after a BIOS update. Oh, Alucard, what's up? Welcome. I hope that goes well. I realized I read your chat before and I didn't say hi. That was very rude of me. Sorry. So you know what? In honor of that, though, I will go ahead and pull the gold Greninja hyper rare. How about that? Deal? Yeah, I know. It's okay though. I mean, I know you're going through stuff, and whenever you're here, you're here, and it'll be like you never left, buddy. Don't worry about it. Handle your stuff. Do not worry. And actually, I don't know if you noticed, but we did add another mod, Natty the Panda, who is like, it is, you know, it is helpful to have someone who can do some mod stuff around. But things slowed down so much that I've generally been able to do it myself. So you didn't really have much to worry about there. But it is still good to have someone around who can do it. So I added Natty to it. Natty's here all the time. So yeah. Also, Natty made the spreadsheet for the Pokédex, which has been super helpful. Okay, let's do this. Right now. The chaos continues as we get through our first booster box. Well, it's my only booster box of Chaos Rising, which, as the time of filming, is the newest set. And we're going to be doing another 12 packs. So this is 2 out of 3 videos for this. How about I don't even worry about what order they're in. Here we go. 3 and 3. Okay, there we go. All right. The chaos shall continue to rise. Let's hope for I don't know. One thing I really want out of this, there's 2 things that I actually really want out of this. And that is, I want more EXs and I want more of the special energy hollows. I want those. They had a certain round of the special energies. They had the grass, fighting, and psychic in. They had the grass, fighting, and psychic in perfect order, and then they're releasing more types of the special energies in Chaos Rising. I'm really having fun just building decks and stuff. So I want more of those. And the EXs, of course. So I would really like just a couple of regular Mega Greninja EXs. That'd be great. Not going to turn down a Mega Greninja SIR or Gold Hyper Rare Greninja, but I know the odds. I know the odds. All right, let's get into it. Let's get started. If I can just, there we go. Okay. Do you stream every night? Rad Axer. No, I don't. I stream three times a week. I already did that. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. All right. Emolga, Baltoy, Patrat, Bergmite, Prism Tower, Ninetales, Golisopod, Skuntank Reverse, Mareep Reverse, and Ampharos. Mareep into Ampharos. Okay. Ampharos Hollow. What does Ampharos do? And I'm sorry, I am going to pause now and then to see what some of these cards do because I hadn't really been paying attention. So, ability Synchro Pulse. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, attacks used by this Pokemon do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. I wonder if you could use, like, Judge or something to... Because that's something where... No, yeah, everyone, like, shuffles their deck and has 4 cards out, and then this is... But what's the point? Like, well, I guess that would mean you're doing, you know, a lot more damage with Flashing Bolt, which is just a 2-energy move, which is not too bad. But yeah, 220 instead of 140. Anyways, all right, on to the next one. I honestly, with 12 packs in one video, I probably shouldn't be stopping too long to read these, but that's what editing is for. Oh, I should probably zoom back out. There we go. All right, Weedle, Golbat, Bergmite, Esper, Roxy's Performance, which is only useful if you're doing poison things, by the way, because it keeps poison Pokemon from retreating. Deoxys, Avalugg, Ampharos Reverse, Weedle Reverse, and Crobat Hollow. Okay, all right, well, nothing crazy yet. That's okay. Yeah, but welcome in, Red Axer. How you doing? So are you like a really cool lumberjack or? Sorry, I'm always trying to figure out people's names. Okay. What pack number is this? Pack number 3. Only 3? I've only done 3? Wow, I'm slow. Chespin. Stunky. Goomy. Frogadier. All right. Garbodor. Tauros. Deoxys. I think are 4 different Deoxys cards in this set? Claydol Reverse. If your opponent's devolution rate, if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, devolve it by putting the highest stage evolution card onto it into your opponent's hand. That's just annoying. Wow. Golbat Reverse, and there we go. There's the special Hollow Energy. This is what I do want these. And what does the Magnetic Energy do? The card is attached to a Pokemon. It provides a Steel type energy. The Steel Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. That's kind of dope. That is kind of cool. I'm going to put that here because I want to track how many of those I get. Okay, Froakie, Stunky, Quilladin, Donphan, Avalugg, Adversity Policy. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has weakness to your opponent's active Pokemon type, it is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, draw 3 cards. So if you're at a disadvantage type-wise, if you're at a type disadvantage, when you get hit by that, you draw 3 cards. Okay. Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo Reverse. Prism Tower Reverse, which, by the way, is a stadium card. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard 2 cards from their hand in order to draw a card. So that's, okay, cool. And Crocodile EX. Nice. What does Crocodile EX do? Corner. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. And then Strong Bite. The corner does 80 damage. Strong Bite. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, this attack does 140 more damage. 280 damage with 3 energy. Not bad. But it is a full stage 2, so you have to evolve up to it. But still, nice. There we go. That's our first. Well, I'm counting it as a second hit. Okay. I want more of those energies. Man, Mega Pyroar is ridiculous. Just this literally the same Pokemon, just with bigger hair. But you know how it is. The higher the hair, the closer to heaven. Is what they say. Okay. I guess I'm not very close, am I? Okay. Sorry. I realized I was condemning myself with that. Okay. Matang. Golbat. Chespin. Esper. Roxy's Performance. Again, Deoxys. Again, different type of Deoxys there. AZ's Tranquility. Goomy Reverse. Goodra Reverse. Nice combo there. And Beedrill EX. Rumbling Bees. 110x. So this attack does 110 damage for each of your Beedrill and Beedrill EX in play. Wait, so if you have like 4 Beedrills or Beedrill EXs in play, it does 440 damage. For 1 Grass Energy. 1. What the heck? That's bananas. Okay. Now you have to evolve those, but all the way up to Beedrill. But like, dang. That if someone figures that, I mean, I'm sure that someone's already figuring that out, but no, that's Beedrill. Okay. No, this is Patrick. Okay, we are. After this is the halfway point. 12 packs out of a booster box. 12 packs feels like a lot for a video. Maybe we'll split these up. I don't know. If so, see you in the next one, I guess. Okay. And I did the pack trick wrong. I did it twice. This has a Trevenant Hollow. Okay, I did it twice. Minccino, Chespin, Stunky, Goomy, AZ's Tranquility, Skuntank. We can still get a hit though. Skuntank. Other more different Deoxys, Golisopod Reverse, and Minccino Reverse. Oops. Okay, well, pack number 7. I'm assuming that is good. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, yeah. I mean, you look at Crocodile EX, and EX is a powerful Pokemon that you sort of like, you can build your deck around. It has 320 damage. If you have 3 Beedrills on, in play, and you use the Rumbling Bees attack, that is 330 damage. So that can knock out an EX in one hit. Yeah, but there are, Natty's right. If you think about it, just in the idea of I just need 3 Pokemon out, it's absurd. But then you realize you need at least 9 cards and 9 turns to get that attack up. Not so. Because there are supporter cards and item cards, there's supporter and item cards that can help you first pull those cards and then evolve them. So a rare candy can take, a basic Pokemon to a level 2 evolved Pokemon. Certain supporter cards will let you look for specific Pokemon cards that you want to throughout your deck and then shuffle it. So it'll still take a few turns, but it's not like 9 turns. It's not 9 turns necessarily. If you build, that's why you build a deck a certain way. That's why you strategize like that. Did I already do the? No. Okay. There we go. Patrat, Skrelp, Quilladin, Phantump, Anjfloet. What does Anjfloet do? You can put this card into play only if you discard a Prism Tower in play. And you can put this card into play during the same turn you play Prism Tower. Each Mega Floette EX in play, both yours and your opponents, get 150 plus HP. Whoa. How much HP does... Mega Floette EX has 250, so that is 400 HP. Holy jeez. Mega Floette deck incoming. Ninetales. Ferrothorn. Sounds familiar. Philippe Reverse. Bergmite Reverse. And Xerneas Hollow with some... Ew, what's the glinting off the top there? Check that out. On the top, can you see that? Yeah, wow. Okay. We are chugging along. Really nothing, not a single full art here. And the pull rates in Chaos Rising are supposed to be pretty good. So don't know what's going on. We did get some hits in the first round here. They were all duplicates, but it's okay. That's the thing. I ripped a lot of Ninja Spinners, so that was to be expected. I do this to myself. Mareep, Minchino, Stunky, Fennekin, Skuntank, Metagross, Deoxys, Trevenant Reverse, Meowstic Reverse, and Nitro Energy. All right. And we saw this last time. This means that, like, if you have, like, Ho-Oh or another fire Pokemon that using the big attack makes you discard a fire energy, this doesn't get fully discarded. If it's on that Pokemon, it just goes back into your hand, and then you can just put it back on the next turn. So these are cool for fire decks. Very cool for fire decks, actually. Now I think there's like a bubbling energy or bubble energy. That's the water one. That's the third one that they released with this set. We just need a few of those. I don't know what it does yet, though. I didn't look into it. Okay, breaks in. Mareep. I'm getting a lot of Mareeps this time around. Can we get a Mareep counter on the screen? Okay. Donphan. Wimpod. Deoxys. Man, add a Deoxys counter right next to it. So like right there. The Mareep counter's over here, but the Deoxys counter right there. Okay. Transformation Tome. What do? You must play 2 Transformation Tome cards at once. This effect works 1 time for 2 cards. Choose a basic Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Okay, so it's like a switch, but instead of going from your bench to the active spot, it's from your discard pile. So a Pokemon that got knocked out. That's actually kind of dope. So, like, you can bring back your big, powerful EX or whatever, or your Mega Pokemon. Sudowoodo. Remoraid Reverse, Pharaoh Seed Reverse, Trevenant Hollow. Where's my full art cards at? What's going on? There's a dozen packs here. We're down to 3 left. Breaks in. Skrelp. Wimpod. Chestpin. You can I hope you removed the counters earlier. Like bringing them up if we get another Mareep or another Deoxys. Chestpin. Ange Floette again here. Delibird. Philippe. Emolga Reverse. I love the art in this one, by the way. Litleo Reverse. And another Nitro Energy. Okay, that's kind of a win, though. So now I have 3 of those. Now, when you're building a Pokemon deck, you can only put 4 of each card except for basic energy cards, right? So you can have as many of those as you need to fuel your deck. These are not basic energy cards. So you can only have up to 4 of these in your deck. So once you have 4 of those, you can basically, you might not even want to use all 4, right? You might just be like, okay, I need this, this, and that. I can only put 2 or 3 of those in there. Okay, cool. Because once you have 4 of each of those types, you have enough to build decks out with it. Two packs left. All right, Frogadier, Patrat, Skrelp, Quilladin, Ange Floette again. Metagross, Ninetales, Roxy's Performance Reverse, Avalugg Reverse, Ampharos Hollow. What happened to, like, I'm not even looking for first or last pack magic. I'm looking for any pack magic here. But oh well, last pack mojo, come on in. Let's see you do your thing. Come on. I'm getting cooked. Not really. These are things I want for, like, I what did I say in the beginning of this video? Play that back. Well, be careful what you wish for. I said I wanted EXs and I wanted the special energies, and what did I get? Exactly that. All right, last pack. Patrat, Trubbish, Pumpkaboo, Pharaoh Seed, Golisopod, Claydol, AZ's Tranquility, and last 3 cards here. Donphan Reverse. There we go. There we go. There's our hit for this dozen of... Okay, Chestpin, Illustration Rare, which if I'm not... Didn't we get this one in the last thing? Isn't this the same one we got? Didn't we get this already? I think... I don't know. And it's a double. Look at that. What did I say? I wanted to get that bubble energy so I could read it out. Oh, we'll check on the Chestpin thing, but I feel like I've gotten one of those. It might be in Japanese, though. Let me check that real quick. Chestpin. Illustration Rare. I believe I have this one. But, hey, it's a hit. We will take it. Let's read Bubbly Energy, see what it does, and then we'll... Okay, as long as it's... Okay, yeah, we know it provides water energy. This water Pokemon this card is attached to recovers from all special conditions and can't be affected by any special conditions. So, pretty good. I mean, if that's something that... especially if you're going up against a deck that specifically uses poison... This is huge. And guess what? There are specific tactics in this set for poison. And they're like, if you look at Quillfish and stuff like that, there are poison strategies. So this right here, poison does not want to see a water deck pop up in this meta right now, I imagine. So there we go. It's probably still going to be a bunch of Dragapult EX, but whatever. All right. There we go. Not too bad of a haul because I do want playable cards out of this. And we did get an illustration rare, so I really, like, we kind of got everything. So I cannot complain. I might anyway. No, this was not bad at all. Particularly if I actually focus on everything. But yeah, there's our pulls. There you go. I guess we have 12 packs left to go in this booster box, but more Chaos Rising products coming in for me to check out because I do want to, I'm not going to say master set this because no, But, you know, get a lot of the playable cards and enough to build decks with it without having to go out and buy any or anything. But I can do that. If I'm wanting to do that, I'll just buy a few cards. But whatever. That's it. Thank you for watching. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one. 12 packs feels like a lot. It really does feel like a lot to go through. We'll open the rest of those on Sunday or Monday. Sunday or Tuesday, rather. If only that was the 2015 vintage. It would be like 8 times the price, though. The Gabby Art Academy decks. I mean, the funny thing is, Jeff, by the way, what's up? How's it going? Back in that time, I was actually very casually buying Pokemon cards and collecting and stuff like that now and then with my kiddo. And I didn't get into it enough, though, to get really into the community or anything. And that's what I'm doing now. But I do like the special energy thing. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, what's up, Jeff? How you doing? It is so funny how much I was struggling to get a Beedrill earlier this year because it hadn't been printed into a set for like a while, and now you're getting Beedrill EXs. There's an ultra rare, and I think there is an illustration rare for Beedrill, maybe. I don't know. This Chessman card is really good, though. It's a really nice one. Oh, yeah, graded. They're like 4 to 5K minimum. Yeah. I have pulled some pretty awesome, like, trainer gallery cards, Galarian gallery cards from sets just after that, or a little while after that, in the Sword and Shield era. If you want to open something really fun from the Sword and Shield era, Crown Zenith is the one everyone goes for. And I actually, you know, like, there is the Japanese version of Crown Zenith, V-Star Universe. I got a God Pack in that set. So it was just all hits the whole way through. It was really, really cool. Okay, let me get these sorted here. And then we will be helping out FC Midwest. Or heck, Jeff, you're here. Maybe I'll just have you help them out. Since, you know, you do have a computer building company. I haven't checked on y'all in a bit, so I want to see what's going on over there. Really, really excited to get these, though. That's cool. That is cool. I really can't say there weren't any hits if playable cards is what I was going for, plus still getting an illustration rare. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also really like getting like reverse holo trainer cards. They're just fun to play. They're fun to have in your deck rather than having just the standard ones. Mega Floette EX with Ange Floette is kind of insane. But first you have to pull one of these as well, the Prism Tower. And then you discard that and put in, because you discard that stadium, you put in your Ange Floette, and there you go. Bam, 150 more HP for an already 250 HP Mega Pokemon. Just insane. That's power creep for you. It's got to keep creeping. Oh, let me, before I do that, let me get Chespin out of here and throw a little top loader on him. Oops. I lurk a lot when I can. I appreciate that, buddy. You're my late night ASMR before I crash since I'm EST. Oh, right. Well, I don't know if I should apologize or say you're welcome for the rants about the industry that, you know, affect you more than they affect me, actually. So, you know, situational wise. But there have been a few of those for sure. Nothing better for ASMR than max volume, high compression, just hitting that hard limiter like it owes you money. Complaining at that volume, you know, like just going for it. I do think I want to maybe pick up playing some TCG live on here. That'd be kind of fun, I think. Okay. Smooth transitions. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right, so max budget is 3,000. But if we can be lower and get what's best for what I need for me, that's great. Global shortages, generally not, but I stream here and there, so it's not a priority. Mainly gaming. Got it. I don't think I need a 5080. That might be overkill. Yeah, 5080 for 1440p is overkill. Yeah, and they are also overkill, overpriced, all the overs. I know AMD has some great CPUs, but I don't know anything about Intel. I'm fine with the pre-built, ready to ship, or even doing a custom build to get nicer case or other motherboard, etc., if that makes sense. Let me see. 9800 X3D, DDR5 6000. I know you didn't put the capacity there, Jeff. You can't not say how many gigabytes of that RAM there's going to be in this market. Okay, you were just recommending, basically. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I love the 5070 Ti. So the 5070 Ti, the reason it's so great for people who want to do gaming and streaming, especially at 1440p, it does 4K. I've gamed in 4K on the 5070 Ti, that's what I have in this system that you're watching me on right now. I've done plenty of 4K gaming on that thing while streaming with no problems. But it also has, I mean, it's pretty close in performance to the 5080. Yes, there is a performance advantage to the 5080. At 4K is where that shows up the most, really. But then you do like frame gen and things like that, and it's like that advantage is just like whatever at that level. But also, it's way more expensive. So like the advantage that the 5080 gets in like, you know, FPS really doesn't match the price difference, especially considering that the 5070 Ti has the same dual encoders that the 5080 does. So, pretty nice. For the longest time, I didn't think that was the case, and I was absolutely wrong. Torn between going team red or team green. Each has their perks, pros and cons. I mean, between a 9700 XT, 9070 XT and a 5070 Ti, in terms of raw performance, like raw rasterization, which that used to matter more. Lately, like most games are developed with some kind of upscaling in mind and just things like that, that are mainstream games. The 9070 XT can win in some of those. Like it actually can outperform the 5070 Ti in some of those games. Yes. And it costs a little bit less. However, even though it does have dual encoders in some forms of encoding. One of them is encode, the other one is decode. So it's not exactly like dual NVENC, which is what you get with the 5070 Ti. The 5070 Ti is a better jack of all trades between the two. Same amount of VRAM too. So this is why I hired the Pro. I was hired? I'm getting paid? What? I actually have a quick ship coming up right in that wheelhouse, but it might be a bit above your needs. 900 XD, 32 gig, 6000 CL30, 1 terabyte Gen 5, and a 5080. But it's $28.99. Their budget is $3K. So, also, Jeff, that is before my discount code, which that's still valid, right? We haven't used that in a while. I haven't. I've had times where I go weeks without anyone asking for help with a PC. By the way, weeks. It is. It's great. Did I say great? I meant scary. Yeah, scary. Yes. Okay, so back to here. So your budget is actually this 3K right here. Perfect. Let's see. So you're doing gaming, pro gaming / esports, and streaming. Now the 9800X3D for gaming and streaming. How do I feel about that? Well, considering that right now I'm using that for gaming and streaming. Well, I'm not gaming right now, but I've used it for gaming. That's what I have in this PC. It's a 9800X3D. So great improvements over the 7800X3D. Not in gaming necessarily. Those improvements were not crazy big improvements. They were pretty small improvements in gaming. But in terms of other tasks, big improvements, especially when it comes to the thermals and power, and power draw and frequencies and stuff, because they made a major change from 7000 series X3D chips to 9000 series. That helped a lot thermally. We won't get into too much into the weeds on that, but yeah, been slow for everyone. 100%. Yeah. Been getting some English products too. Would put a matchup on live sometime. Love to match up on live against both of you. I got some cards ever since I got the, oh yeah, yeah. That'd be fun. Now what were you looking at here? Oh, a PC part picker list. Wait a second. Hold on, I might have missed something here. You're getting a pre-built. So what was the PC part picker list for? What was this for? These are for when you have a PC already and you need help figuring out an upgrade, right? So like, what is this for? You said you have one coming up. Still $28.99 with a 5080. That answers the question. Like, bam, there's a 5080. The only thing that I would be thinking about is like, by and large, I would prefer a 2 terabyte drive that is slower than a 1 terabyte drive that is faster. You know what I mean? But I do get the value of that 5 gig drive. And storage is one of the easiest things to add to your PC. Yeah, the only problem with that, Shanala and Natty, is like if we match up in live while I'm streaming, you're stream sniping me 100% because you're going to be here. So I would have to do something like implementing like a 5-minute stream delay, which I like talking with chat. So I don't know how I'd feel about that. But people, when you play live games, like there's other streamers who implement stream delays anyway. So Bears, Beats, and Battlestars. What's up, Triple B? How you doing? Hope this week's been good for everyone. Just tuning in while chowing down on some sketty. Nice. Enjoy the sketty. I made meatball subs last night. I have 1 terabyte now, and that's done well. So I can definitely stay at 1 terabyte, then upgrade or add on down the road. You could even take the one you have now and format it and add it as secondary storage if you wanted to. So, Jeff, where would I find... Oh, you're doing a $1,000 budget gaming PC. Interesting. 12100F, 16 gigs DDR4, 1 terabyte SSD, and a 5050. So some 1080p gaming right there. So that system you're talking about, Jeff, is not here yet. Look at the ready to ship here. Oh, it's just the one then right now. Well, I'll say this, Midwest. The cool thing about coming here is that sometimes you will run into the owner of an entire PC building company just hanging out in chat now and then, like right now. So, not yet. I can't keep anything ready on our quick ship systems lately. That's good. That's good. If those are moving, I'm happy to hear it. Trying to cut down on the door dashing, so looking to cook more simple meals now. Same. That's the exact reason I did it too. 100%. That we're trying to cook more too. Also, generally healthier. Although meatball subs, not super healthy. Side salad though. So when that happens, I can be like, hey, what do y'all have that you don't have listed yet? So you wouldn't find a system that is $2,900 with a 9800X3D and a 5080 here, 32 gigs of the correct RAM for that 9800X3D. But here we are. Don't need it tomorrow. That's fine. That is a deal though. That's a pretty good deal. I don't know what that would come out to with my discount code, but it would be something for sure. Less. It'd be less. And he's like, it's more, actually. Somehow. Hold up. Jeff, I have a question. What's 2 times 16? Asking for a friend. Just curious. No reason. Typos happen. I'm just hoping it wasn't supposed to be 4 by 16 because... Well, actually, no. With Intel, you're gonna get a little bit. You're gonna have better stability with 4 sticks than you would with AMD. 64 gigs to the 3rd power. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes all you need is a fresh pair of eyes on the thing that you stare at all the time. That's how that goes. Well, live on stream. It's okay. At least I don't have like 50 or 60 people in the stream like I used to on YouTube. Which, yay, we're celebrating that now. DoorDash and Bill was 40K last year. Damn! Since eating at home, the ankle swelling has gone away from less sodium in to-go food. Sodium can really work. Sodium can mess you up. Don't ask me why that made me want to get a sip of my Gatorade here. It's not sodium, it's electrolytes. They have a lime cucumber flavor that is too good, okay? It is too good. It's actually a good Gatorade flavor. So, what case is that system in? Did you say already? Let me see. Because let's see here what you chose. You wanted to have your system in black. Okay. Let me ask you this, Midwest. Were you looking for something that was going to be... Actually, I can just show you some examples. There are airflow focused cases like this. Not to say that fish tank cases have bad airflow. This is just how you can kind of refer to it. Mesh front panel, fans right behind that mesh. There you go. And then there are cases that are fish tank style, where you have glass on the front and then you have side intake instead. This has evolved to a point to where it's like airflow is great, not a problem. Yeah, it really is. At that point, it's an aesthetic choice, not as much a performance choice. Like you know, a brand new one just came out. Really, what is it? Now you piqued my interest. I guess the question that I was asking about how to proceed has to do with the whole, like, I need to be able to give them a link or something. But yeah, I do like a nice fish tank, honestly. Well, Stints, is it a fish tank style case? Announced at CES and finally available. I'm thinking. I think the only new well, no, they had I guess they had a couple. They had like one new. What did Thermaltake have there? Are you going with Thermaltake? Is that what you're doing? Because I know you work with them. I forgot what it was though. I mean, it's been what? It's been 5-6 months. So yeah, dude, that's just making me think about how sad I am that I'm not going to Computex. It just doesn't make sense for me. Let's take a look at the case. Discard photo. Okay. Oh, okay. From PGG. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's an DM I need to check out. Oh, nice. Started doing my video. I'll have to check that out. Dude. Okay. Yes, I believe I remember this one. Here we go. How's that for a fish tank? That is gorgeous. Is that a white or gray interior? Looks like a white interior. That looks sick. That looks super good. So this just came out. All the goldfish would love it. Oh, 100%. I have to upgrade my SSD from 512. Oh, yeah. Need it to be Gen 3 or 4. Just need the best price possible. Oh, nice. Free starter package for Star Citizen. Cool. I am currently helping somebody Panther. I'll take a look at that in a minute. It's black render. They haven't even updated yet, but full rundown. Full rundown incoming. Okay, so this is going to be black on the inside. It's not going to be white on the inside. This was a render. Got it. Okay. Which that works because that's the color that you asked for your PC, Midwest. So. And actually 32 gigs, 5, okay, 1 terabyte Gen 5, 1000 watt MSI ATX 3.1. This case, A13 MSI cooler, 10 total infinity fans, $28.99 plus tax and shipping before the code. Got it. Honestly, this kind of hits on it. It just so happens to perfectly, like, you don't understand. This kind of perfectly matches what you're looking for, Midwest. It's within your budget. You were torn between the 5080 and 5070 Ti. You want the one that's going to be able to go. The 5080 is more powerful, so you can go. You said you wanted something that's going to go longer with before. The thing about it is, people are still gaming on like 1660 Supers and 1080 Ti's. GPUs can last a long time. Really, it comes down to you and what you're expecting out of it, right? A 5080 is going to go a very long time. 9800X3D, amazing for gaming, especially because you did specifically state pro gaming / esports titles. That's perfect for that. And also, it's good for streaming as well, as evidenced by me streaming on it right now. It's a fantastic CPU. So, yeah, this kind of hits on every note. So, yeah. I would 100%. Plus, also, this is Stints Built. Stints Built has a fantastic reputation within our community and in general, within and outside our community as well. So, yeah, is this one going to be built on stream, or is it already built? Does that check a lot of the boxes? I feel this is one setup that will be great 5 to 7 years easy. Yeah, also, here's the main point here, right? Because if I look at your form submission here, also go check out Stints Built on YouTube, because apparently more videos are coming out of that. You said yes to wanting to upgrade your CPU over time. That's what AMD is really, really good at. We're not talking about second gen Threadripper, okay? They would prefer we don't talk about that. But aside from that, if you look at socket AM4, they said that they were going to stop supporting that in 2020. They released new CPUs for that like early this year or late last year. So they support sockets for a very long time. The socket is what the CPU goes into. And if you have socket support, that means that you'll be able to continue to upgrade the CPU. Now, Jeff, the question here, what motherboard are we talking about? This is for some streaming here. Built on stream late next week, I believe. If it's something wants, I can always pre-invoice and build it live still. Okay. So Midwest, here's one of the things that Stints Built does and is one of the pioneers of, is building PCs on stream. And that means you get to watch the whole process. You get to be active in the chat there and sort of follow along and ask questions and all that stuff. There plenty of people that are longtime PC builders still have the outdated belief that everybody should build their own PCs. Yeah, no, that doesn't work, especially for like, I don't know, about 75% of people who buy PC hardware. They get pre-builts, right? Now, there is one thing that is pretty valid, that like building it yourself, you feel more of a connection to your PC. Like it's your thing. You built it. Yeah, that's right. I made that. Being able to be part of the experience, part of the process of it being built by having it be built live, being able to chat with the builder and everything, that does, and I'm telling you this based off of what a lot of people have told me when they've had that experience, that does give you a semblance of that, some feeling of that, like, yeah, I saw this thing come together. It's not just a box of mystery science happening that makes games appear on your screen. No, it's a thing that you watched get put together from start to finish. So, B850 Eagle Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of this motherboard a little bit in terms of streaming, because when it comes to a streaming PC, connectivity is the #1 thing. So this isn't bad. This is the motherboard in question here, right? Looks pretty nice. You have your expansion slots down there. You have extra storage that you can add right here, so up to 3 drives. And you know, this is where you put things like a capture card or something like this right here, which is an additional USB add-in card. You can add in USB. This does up to 10 gigabit per second because it uses X4, 4 channels of PCIe. And there's ones that use 1 channel of PCIe and are up to 5 gigabit per second. But that is way better than a hub because I try not to go into this all the time. But when you have a streaming device, audio interface, microphone, webcam, different devices, like a lot of Elgato devices, don't like to be on a USB hub because of latency and such. So when you have these ports on the back of your PC, they go directly to a USB controller, then to your chipset or the CPU, you know, whatever. The chipset, the CPU, all that. Adding a hub gives you an additional USB controller to negotiate the traffic. So plug in your USB device, it has to go through a USB controller. That then goes to one USB cable that plugs into one of these that has its own USB controller. And that introduces latency. Something like this, well, these little things right here, those are USB controllers that go directly into PCIe, directly to your chipset, just like these ports do right here. Much better. So that's why you want to have, that's why never buy a PC for streaming if it is like MATX, like if it's cut off right here. You're losing out on all this expandability for a streaming PC. Salem Techsperts has a shorts video that he talks about SSD cloning at home. You can look up Salem Techsperts SSD cloning. That should appear. There you go. I can show you something for that. So let's take a look at something here. We're going to go to specifications. Let's see, expansion slots, 3 PCI. Okay, these are going to run at X1. So you don't want to get the card like this one that needs X4, 4 lanes, but you can get the one that says PCIe X1, and that does 5 gigabit per second. You still have a good number of ports on that. There you go. Yeah, this will do the job for sure. Let me look for any potential bifurcation. Yeah, no, these are direct to chipset, so you're good. That's how it should be. Wi-Fi 6E. What did you say about Wi-Fi? You don't need Wi-Fi. Good. If you're going to be streaming, you should be doing it on hardline connection. We love that board due to the larger amount of X16 slots. It's unfortunate that they're literally all running 1 lane though at PCIe 3.0. They're a little bit like you can't run an internal capture card in this. Not really. Not a modern one, like a recent. You can't run a HDMI 2.1 capture card in this system. There are really good external ones though. There are really good external ones. And you do have a USB Type-C here. So if you're going to be doing something like you're gaming on a PS5 or a Switch or something, and you need to go into a capture card, cool, you're all set. But yeah, it does have, in terms of the form, they are X16 slots, but they literally just have the 1 lane active on them, unfortunately. And that's just a product of it being B850. You have fewer lanes. Yeah, I mean, you have less connectivity. Just boil it down to that. So yeah, this wouldn't be my first choice in terms of a streaming motherboard. For that, even now, it's still the MSI X670E Plus gaming. That board is insane for a streaming machine. Tons of I/O, tons of PCIe slots, no bifurcation. Such a good board. Harder to get now, though, unfortunately. But the price was so good on that board. It was so crazy. It was like during its run, because I don't know if they're even making it anymore. Every time I did a collab PC during that run, that board was in it. I play favorites when it comes to motherboards for sure, because I dig into these things. And this doesn't have bifurcation, but then you got to start figuring out some of these motherboards, okay? It could be a $600 motherboard. And it'll still say like, hey, if you're using you know, this SSD slot right here, this M.2 slot, it's going to shut down this PCIe slot. Why? Stop that. Which board? I got an ad. Here. If it even pops up. $196.91. Look at this thing, this beast. First off, aesthetically, matches either a white build or a black build. We love it. All of these PCIe slots are usable with 0 bifurcation, 4 M.2 slots, and then you get here. Ha ha! We love it. Now, it is X670E. There were no requirements for USB 4 or anything back at that time. So you do get a 20 gigabit per second Type-C, and that's it. But, damn, look at that. You could put 4 Stream Decks in this baby right here and still have all your fast ports. We use that board so much. It was our #1 board in 2025. That's because you and I, we both have very good taste. Wi-Fi 6E, 2.5 gig Ethernet. The main thing, though, all of that for this is ridiculous. Even at $259, it's a very good price for that. Because in terms of I/O, which is kind of a motherboard's job, is connecting things, everything, all your disparate components, connect to your motherboard, the backbone of your system. Okay, like it competes with motherboards 2 or 3 times two times the price, easily. Such a good board. Also, wasn't 100% our brand color either. Okay, well, yes, it is. It is your brand color too. So I imagine that was a draw. That was a draw as well. Yeah. I still have, and I haven't built it yet, but I have the purple live mixer board. Actually, Adam at PC World gave that to me, and I still haven't built with it yet because LGA 1700, right? But I still just want to, because I have the purple X50. It needs to go in there. If I'm just using it for gaming with like a 12900K or 12700K or something, it's going to be totally fine. But anyways, yeah, still, this is still my favorite. Apparently you can still get it, but this is the thing. Distributors for system integrators aren't going to have mountains of these anymore. They're not. They're just, this is like a 3-year-old motherboard. Anyways, the one you picked was fine though, especially considering that Midwest is talking about, I'm going to stream just every now and then. So, okay, Stints, what would you like us to do here, since I don't have a link that I can post on the spreadsheet here and give to Midwest there? Now, FC Midwest, here's an important thing. Code. That right there will give you a discount off the price that was stated. But yeah, I have zero reservations about that system. It hits it hits on every point. And that was a perfectly sensible motherboard to put in there for say this thing is gaming focused with the ability to also do some streaming stuff. You can add in more IO if you need it. These things are like $30, and I have not had. Now this is not. I'm not sponsored by anyone that makes these. I don't even have a link to give you. You just look up USB PCIe card and get something that looks kind of like this, just with a shorter connector here. You don't want to get the longer connector for 4 lanes. You can only do the 1-lane one. But if you get to the point, that right there is plug and play. You open the glass side panel, You pop that in there, put in the one screw, turn your system back on. Don't do it while the system's on and plugged in, okay? Obviously, turn it off and unplug it. But yeah, it's such an easy upgrade. And then that would basically like double the I/O on this motherboard. Taking one more glance at this. I wanted to check what was the USB Type-C's speed. Oh, they went 5 gigabit per second. So it's USB 3.2 Gen 1. But these are 10 gigabit per second. Interesting. Either way, you have fast ports. You do. What you do with these ports, it's totally fine to have these. And by the way, if you see this old PS2 connector, no, not that PS2, this PS2. That is for things like overclocking, stuff like that. But you put your mouse and keyboard here, and you can plug in a Stream Deck here. You can plug in a headset here, things like that. Those go into these slower ports because they're still plenty fast for even a like a gaming mouse and keyboard, whatever. And then you can plug in things like external capture card into these red 10 gigabit per second ports. What is the LAN port on this? Hold on. It's 2.5, right? I mean, most people don't have over a gig of Ethernet, of internet. It is gigabit. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a downside for a motherboard from this generation, but that should still be more than enough. And should still be plenty. Most people don't have over 1 gig download and upload on the internet anyways. I have 5, but then again, I'm a content creator, so yeah. EOL back in October. Sad times. I felt like I should just buy 5 of them for building a few PCs. I won't. Okay, so I'm able to get 1 gig, but we're 5 meg up and down. That's more than enough for streaming. Streaming generally, you know, like 7 if you're doing Twitch, and then like 35 if you're uploading 4K streams to YouTube is like the maximum you're going to use for streaming uploads, uplink speeds. Anyways. Yeah, again, Jeff, how do you want them to proceed? Do you want them to fill out this thing? I'll put the link for this here. How about this? The custom build form, maybe? It'll be a lot like, I think I can upgrade to the X870 Gaming for $30 more. Okay, let's take a look at this. That's kind of what I wanted to hear, because it hadn't been built yet. Let's see. I don't want to push that, though. Okay, still, Gigabyte, what are y'all doing with these 1 lanes? Okay, but let's look at the I/O on this thing. That is a substantial improvement. That is a substantial improvement for 30 bucks. So you're getting 2.5 gig Ethernet, and that's just a little bit of future proofing. I don't like that word usually, but when it comes to internet speeds, it makes sense. Because eventually in your area, you'll be able to get faster internet. And with this, you don't have to add in, well, and you can't add in an internal Ethernet card here, but you don't have to get like a USB-C 2.5 gig Ethernet adapter. This does 2.5 gigabit Ethernet internet already, Ethernet rather. You are losing 1 10 gigabit per second USB Type A, and instead you have an extra 5 gigabit per second. But these both are USB 4 with optional DisplayPort out, or whether what is it, DisplayPort alt mode, or what do they call it? So this does 40 gigabit per second, 40 versus 5 on this. So for devices like external capture cards, this is going to be very nice to have. So if you get yourself an external capture card for things like mirrorless cameras, right? If you want to have HDMI into a capture card for a camera, or if you're running like a game system or something like that. You know, capture cards are how you do that. My utility company does offer 10 gig, but that's overkill. I would say 30 bucks for this, just this right here, 100%. And the fact that like it has 1 fewer of the X16 slots here, is fine because they're both like one lane anyway. You're not going to be relying on this thing to be able to run any crazy devices in it. You might just put in something to add, you know, another, you know, just some more IO, and like that's it. But still three M.2 slots here. You still have your front panel USB-C, of course. Looks nice as well. I don't know about the power delivery on it, but it's looks a little bit more robust. At least your caps are spaced out a little bit more there. I think this matches a black system a little better. Even like, yeah, it's got a little bit more of the black paint on it. Looks a little looks nice. I would go with that upgrade for 30 bucks. So what I was looking at here was this form you can fill out here, okay? And then special requests, you can say, hey, I was so and so on in the Braithorn stream. And you can just have it that way, or however you want to do it. Jeff, I leave this up to you, honestly. This is your thing. But I will give you the link to this. Is there a space there? Am I doing that wrong? Is it? Because I know you can't put a space in a YouTube name, so I'm not going off of that. I imagine there's not a space. I feel like there's not a space. That's how I've been writing. Yep, that's perfect. That link, and I'll personally work on it. There you go. I don't know. That's fine. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. So, yeah, you get to work with the owner of the company there. That's pretty cool. Midwest, I hope you're happy with that right there. And yeah, just make sure you don't miss that build stream. However, the VOD will be there. The VOD will be up there. And heck, if Jeff decides like, oh, this new case is dope, I'm going to make a review video on it. It could be your PC that's in it. I don't know. Who knows? You probably need time with that PC, Jeff, to do like thermal testing and stuff. Okay, so what was I going to talk about here? So for you, Panther, what time is it? 10:09? Okay. So check this out. This is an M.2 USB Type-C, an USB Type-C M.2 enclosure. You can take your new drive. This just opens up, and you put the M.2 drive in here, hook it up to a USB Type-C port on your system. That you want to go for one that's 10 gigabit per second, like this one is. And then this just shows up as a drive on your system. The M.2 drive. Very fast transfer speeds, and then you can use your cloning software to then clone the drive to this externally. Then all you have to do after that is just swap them out in the system. Done. This is, I'll give you the link. But yeah, this is $20 on Amazon. If you want a faster one, there is a $40 one that does 20 gigabit per second. That's the one I use. But this is the link. Both of them, well, there's three different ones, but both of them are right there on that page. Oh my God, that's terrible. Hold on, let me get a better link. There you go, Panther. 20 bucks, and you don't have to build any kind of like thing for that. These are also great if you want to like be able to put your game library on an external drive and like move that from your laptop to your PC or whatever. Really, really nice. I use that exact one with a 2 terabyte 850X SN850X for content on the road. Yes, that's what I do too. Yeah, I've got the one with like the RGB and stuff. It takes a little longer to swap out drives if that's something you need to do because you have to actually unscrew it, but yet it is nice. Evil Dead 90K, welcome. What's up? But yeah, there's your link, Panther. You're good to go. I don't have a Type-C USB. I do have a 3.0 5 gigabit Type A port. That's fine. Just understand it'll be a little bit slower. Not a problem. I've had to do that as well before. I plan on that. Review, case, photos, etc. Man, it's gonna have the whole. It's gonna have the whole. You're gonna have the whole experience. There's gonna be a video about your PC. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Not often that you can be like, hey, I got the PC from this video. Bam, done. And I got a discount because I could put in code Brayathorn. And I worked right with the owner. No big deal. Man, I miss this. Natty, thank you for jumping in on that. I appreciate that too. Salem Techsperts, I do enjoy their channel, but I play a little game. The game that I play is I swipe to the next video at the moment he starts saying the greatest technician that's ever, because I just do that. I know it's mean, but it's also like sometimes it goes in there naturally, but sometimes he kind of forces it in there, and I'm just like, nice try, buddy. No, they're good videos. He makes really good videos. They're very funny. Oh, suggestions for a 1 terabyte drive, right? This is going to be your main... Well, okay, what's the budget? Because, I mean, I can just recommend a really expensive one to you. So I need to know what the budget is. Also, I mean... Do you have a... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you need to go Gen 5 or anything. Oh my God. The 990 Pro is $430. I hate this timeline. Yeah, here we go. 8 terabyte Samsung 9100 Pro, $1999.99. There you go. Right, my own AK wife. But this weekend, after I sell some stuff, I'll have the money since built. Are you in the Discord? I can message you in there. Yeah, Jeff's in there, right? Just be under Stints built. Have a $200 limit. Cannot be newer than Gen $4. Okay, so Gen 4. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Gen 4. I'm going to gigabytes here. There we go. I'd like to get you one that has onboard DRAM cache, but an NV3 is $165. Okay, scrolling up. Hey, can you hide out of stock? That would be real helpful, PCPartPicker.com. I don't care. Looking at this $89.97 for a 980 Pro, which would be great, by the way, if it's freaking out of stock. Idiots. That was mean. I'm not sorry. I'm just acknowledging that it was mean. Even the P310 doesn't have is DRAMless, I believe. So I don't think we necessarily have. Is there an option for this here? Yes, NVMe. Thank you. Is there an option for cache? Well, it's just cache, but what if I raise this up 250 to 256? Wow. Okay, I think that did it though. The Aorus Gen 4 is $199, and we're gonna check this real quick. Using this SSD spreadsheet here. Also, what size drive? Check my DM. Oh, 1 or 2 terabyte, I guess, is the question. Okay. See, you actually get to have a little say in that then. One second. Oh, that, by the way, that enclosure, the Sabrent enclosure I was talking about, has a coupon to bring it down to 15 bucks. Pretty nice. Oh, yeah. Hell, oh, well, it has to be Gen 4. It would run at Gen 4 speed. Because of the system. But here. Jeff sent me this. This is a Gen 5 1 terabyte drive with cache, with DRAM cache. Look at them putting it in the title. Thank you, PNY. PNY is goated for real. $174.99. Yeah. All right. There you go. No need to deliberate. That's the one. Now, it does say PCIe Gen 5, but it should be backwards compatible, right? Like it'll drop down to Gen 4 speeds. Now, you'll probably have to take off the heatsink. As you can see by the picture, it's just a couple of screws, so that shouldn't be a problem. Unless you want to run it with the heatsink that has RGB and fans literally on it, which is pretty cool. But you can't put it in that enclosure with this heatsink, just to be clear. Thank you for that, Jeff. Appreciate it. Let's see what the speeds are if it does eventually go into a Gen 5. 11,500 megabyte per second sequential read speeds. Not as high as, like, say, 9100 Pro or something like that, but still, for the price, very good. Besides the fact that a 9100 Pro is like, I don't know, $350 or whatever. It'll run 4x4. The controller will recognize it. The cooler is 4 set screws you can remove. The drive itself is really good. One of PNY's best. Sick. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. All right. Neat. I feel like I should have changed my category on Twitch to science and technology for the last like hour or so, but I did not do that. But there you go, Panther. You got the link. You're good to go. And Jeff, thank you very much. I guess you'll be hearing from Midwest this weekend. There you have it. What an ideal situation. I love that. That just worked out really well. Where it's just like, hey, my budget's $3,000, and Jeff comes in having just prepared to build a $2,900 system that has like everything you need for a streaming PC. Is like, oh, but man, I really would like a fish tank case. How about a brand new fish tank case that just came out from a good company? Yeah. And no, the odds of you being here when someone was getting help that would perfectly fit the system you're about to build, I don't think, I feel like I need to rip some Pokemon packs right now because everybody is lucky right now. And maybe I will be too. Will I be able to keep the fish in there? Yes, Rurutu. Yes, 100%. What are we talking about? The fish tank case, I know. Things in command sometimes like category, science, and technology. Okay, that one isn't. I don't remember which of the chat bots has that command. Well, we don't have to do that right now. We're good now. We're just finishing that out. Even though motherboard processor can only support up to Gen 4, it'll still work. Yes, Panther. That's what I was asking Jeff. It'll run PCIe Gen 4. The controller can recognize when the port that it's plugged into or the slot that it's plugged into is not PCIe Gen 5. It is backwards compatible. You're good. I was here last week when you were ripping packs. Just was quiet. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. I have a feeling that, well, of course, at that point, I'm probably going to be streaming more on the Braithorn EX channel. But once that catches on, then these are going to be a little bit busy. These streams are going to be a little bit more packed, I think. But we'll see. Especially if I start doing stuff where it's like doing giveaways and things like that. Once I have that kind of thing going. It'd be kind of fun. Stints came over just for that. Look at that. Nice. You love to see it. Okay. So. Smooth. Japanese Mega Dream EX versus Korean Mega Dream EX. Hit rates, are they the same? What do we think? These are going to be my first Korean Pokemon cards, and I'm very excited. Trolls me in my builds. That's the best. How much for a cardboard box that contained a PC? Bubble wrap that would protect the PC during shipping included. The bubble wrap is the important part. I think Natty wants some bubble wrap. Also, before giving a price quote, understand that it would need to be sent to Brazil. Sorry, Natty, I had to do it. Let me talk to the wife first. If you know, before I spend the money, thank you for the help. Really do appreciate it. Absolutely. And if your wife is like, I don't know, are you sure it's a good PC? You can come back to the VOD for the stream and show the whole interaction where you just so happened to be like talking to the owner of the company that's going to build it. You can also go to the Stints Built SI Testimonials channel in the Discord and go through some of those, some of the feedback from actual buyers who are community members. And the whole explanation as to why it's the right PC for the job and all of the features that make it good for, for the long run. The upgradability of the CPU socket, of the CPU itself, actually. The socket stays the same. The myriad features, 5080 versus 5070 Ti. All of that stuff is on the VOD, and that stays up forever. Thank you, YouTube and Twitch. Get good. What is wrong with you? Get better about VODs. I'd recommend expandable foam, too. Look, I got some amazing bubble wrap 2 weeks ago, and I'm still feeling bad that I popped it all. What do you need? Do you need it to pop it or to bubble wrap a thing? Expandable foam too, sure. That stuff is crazy, man. Like I had unpacked plenty of it, but the first time I tried using it a few years ago, I was like, why is it so hot? Is there something wrong here? But it said on it that it would get hot, but like it's still jarring when it happens. Okay, Natty, there's probably a better way to get it. Like maybe going to, I don't know, a shipping place near you. Bone Shock says, I don't need it, but the MSI Godlike motherboard looks cool, but really expensive. Nobody needs the Godlike motherboard. 0 people need the Godlike motherboard. There's not a person on the planet that needs the Godlike motherboard. At that point, you should be buying Threadripper. If you need that much connectivity, just buy the Threadripper. Buy some Threadripper stuff. CPU and motherboard. Because you're getting there once you're looking at a $1,200 or whatever $1,000 motherboard. And now that AMD has a $900 CPU. Thanks, AMD. Way to read the room, guys. Wait, what do you mean we should have launched a 9600X 3D, but then we couldn't charge that much money for it during record inflation and insane gas prices and global shortages and economic strife? Yeah, why would we do that? Let's just launch an even more expensive CPU. Well done. Time to take dog to the bathroom and then crashing. You got it. I appreciate you, buddy. And I miss you, buddy. I'm not giving up on the tech stuff, you know, as you can tell in general. I'm still probably going to do CES. I don't know about the stuff like Computex and stuff. I really miss it. I'm going to miss it, but I need to, you know, I'll you know, we'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. But I hope you have a good evening and go take your doggo for a walk. I'm going to rip some Pokemon packs because I'm feeling lucky. Well, first I'm going to do this. Oh, I should. Hold on. Send a text really quick. Should probably charge my phone too while I'm at it. Okay. Yeah, Midwest, I'm glad we're able to help you out. I know that's going to turn out really well, though. So, yeah, hope it works out. All right. Even with newer sets having come out, Ascended Heroes is still super popular, and it's pretty expensive. And I gotta say, the hit rates not great, at least in my experience. It's been pretty rough in what I've opened. So I can always come back to my old faithful here, Japanese Mega Dreams, which is it's Ascended Heroes with better hit rates, and it's 10 packs of 10 cards in here, whereas. And it's a little bit cheaper than the 9 packs you get in an ETB in English. With, again, way better hit rates, at least an EX in every pack. And I believe each box is guaranteed a mega art rare, at least. So, yeah, absolutely insane hit rates. But my question is this. What about in Korean? Are the hit rates just as good for Korean Mega Dreams as they are for Japanese? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to start out by, as we've done before, opening a box of Mega Dreams and seeing what we get. We might even get a God Pack. And that, sorry, buddy, but if that happens, there's probably no winning for you. But then in the next video, we'll open a Korean box here and we'll see how it compares with a comparison at the end of that one. Let's get into this. I cannot wait. It's been a while since I've opened Mega Dreams. Now, of course, I opened a good amount of these plus Ascended Heroes. So the commons and uncommons, not really going to be useful for me. I've pretty much gotten all of them. But we're still going to check them as normal because, well, I don't want to mess up a God Pack or anything in case we get that. And I know it's not impossible now because I did score a God Pack in V-Star Universe. Well, a few videos ago. If you missed that, you're going to want to watch that one. It was really, really fun. It was really good. I can't believe I actually did that. But so my question is this. Should I do this as a mega pack? Because of the whole God Pack thing. I don't think so. I think I should try to do this as normal. Okay, well, we'll do it as normal. Okay. It'll be fine. Let's rack our focus really well here. There we go. All right. Let's see if we get that first pack magic. Honestly, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this was just because I want to get some Korean Pokemon cards in my Pokédex. I want to have some cards in as many languages as I can. They call it the National Pokédex. I would like to have, as I've said before, an International Pokédex. I don't remember if there's a pack trick. It's been a while, so we'll just get into it. There probably is. We are going to speed through this a little bit, though. Oh, nice. Okay, Mega Scraggy EX. Have I ever gotten this? What do I have for Scraggy right now? For Scraggy, I have a common reverse hollow Pokemon. This is an upgrade. First pack already got an upgrade. Nice. And just look at the colors and the quality of Japanese cards. It is so nice. And I believe it's the same printing company that handles the Korean ones. I'm not sure. But yeah, just super nice. It is, it's known that it's easier to get a highly graded card from Japanese sets than it is from English. So it's 1, 2, 3 cards that for the pack trick. We'll try doing that in the next one. 3 cards for a pack trick. Okay. A lot of these I just open from the bottom because it's a little bit easier. Yep, there it is. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, there's Badoo, Golbat, Pawniard, Cargo, Zekrom, Togekiss, and Mega Electric EX. There you go. Another EX right there. Like I said, guaranteed at least an EX in every pack. It is fantastic. I wish they were playable here. I mean, I wish we could get sets like that in English. But I mean, then you would have too many EXs at that point that are, you know, for playability, but whatever. Still be nice. Yo, oh, what? No. No, 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 no. Hold on. Hold the phone. No way. No way. We're just going to put these 3 back on the top because I think I just got a Mega Dream. Never mind. I just did the pack trick wrong, or I just shouldn't have done a pack trick. No, I was so excited. Ah, God, that hurts. Oh, so no pack tricks. We're not even bothering. That sucks. That sucks. Oh my God. I just gotta wait for the adrenaline to go away. All right, y'all just get out the way. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've already pulled y'all before, and I appreciate you and I value you. Yo, that's what we got. We didn't get a God pack. We got a demi-God pack. Let's go. That's right. We got Ends Zekrom. We got Mega Attack Rare Scraggy with Outlaw Leg. And yeah, well, that's a demigod pack for you. That's kind of a demigod pack. I guess that's a demigod pack because we got an art rare and we got a Mega Attack Rare. There you go. I think actual demigod packs are like 3 or 4 hits, but I still will take that. That is awesome. And we just got an update for Scraggy, and then we got another one. That's okay. Just crazy. Man, that messed me up. I'm not doing any more pack tricks. I didn't know that there could be a hit in the third from the last slot there. Okay, man. Okay, all right. Moving on. I was so excited, man. Still, I'll call it a demigod pack. We'll count it. We'll count it as a demigod pack. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like the last 3 or 4 cards are all hits. I'm just like speeding through these because... Hold on. Did I lose I lost focus. I definitely lost focus, that's for sure. Okay. We are kind of just speeding through these. I love that Articuno card. Team Rocket's Articuno is cool and all. And Mega Halucha EX. There you go. But I already have the Mega Attack Rare for Halucha, so that's not going to be an upgrade or anything, but still cool to get. I think the last 2 can be removed, but I'm not messing with any of that right now. All right, Pignite, Dreepy, Magnemite, Spiritomb, and Crustle, and Rayquaza, and yo, Team Rocket's Mimikyu Illustration Rare, Art Rare. That's a hit right there. Oof. Oh, that's a great Mimikyu card. I'm struggling right now because I have a shiny Mimikyu card right now, a baby shiny, but I kind of like this more. That is so nice. What do we have after that? Ho-Oh EX, Ace Rolls Mischief, Crushing Hammer. So, yeah, another double there. That is a great Mimikyu card. Surprising that this isn't from Destined Rivals, right? But no, there you go. Team Rocket's Mimikyu. I really love that card. Okay, how many do we have left? Let's just check. We have 5 remaining. We are halfway through. Ralts, and Gibble, and Spectrier, and Zeraora Hollow, and Monkey Dory Hollow, and Reshiram, Crobat EX, and that is that for that one. Just more and more to the pile of EXs and hits. Still, 1 box. So far, 3 full arts, one of them being a Mega Attack Rare, which is, I really love the MARs. They're really awesome. One of my favorite things about Ascended Heroes. Okay, we can kind of just speed a little bit to get to, there. We at least get to the hollows here. Okay. Got the Reshiram and Reshiram, Dusclops. Oh, sick. Team Rocket's something radio. What is it called? I forget what it's called. Transceiver. Team Rocket's Transceiver. Okay, Genesect EX. And you always get a couple trainer cards at the back there. That is a beautiful card, though. I kind of want this in English because I want to do a Team Rocket deck. I really do. I haven't done that yet. So I probably need to hunt down a couple of those in English on your TCG players or whatever, tcgplayer.com, places like that. I just really like playing full art trainer cards. It's cool. It's like the same way that I like hollow energies, which, where are my hollow energies in here? Here you're not guaranteed an energy in each pack, but I believe you can get hollow energies from this. I can't use them, though, for like English tournaments, but okay, just kind of poke through here real quick. There we go. Trevenant, Hops Trevenant Hollow, Team Rocket Spidops Hollow, Tepig Reverse Dusk Ball, a Friend Ball rather, and then we get a Ogerpon EX, and that's it. Okay, and we're getting to the end of this. We're getting to the end of this box, but this is why, like, imagine getting an ETB or something of Ascended Heroes, and this is what it looked like. That's what I want. That's what I want for English sets, please. That'd be amazing, but no. But no. Apparently, in order to get that, you have to have regulations on gambling. You won't find as many of those here, at least not applied to things like trading cards. I said Dusclops for Dusk Noir. It's Dusk Noir. This is Dusclops. I think I really fried my brain when I thought I had a God pack there. God, can you imagine? Just after having gotten one? Okay. Latias EX. And there you go. Okay. I actually always confused Latios and Latias, so I hope I got that right. I should just remember, this one is red and this one is blue, but I don't. Have you guys seen Dragonite's Special Delivery or something, whatever it's called? The like little short animated that they made on YouTube? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was really cute. The art was beautiful. Okay. Go through our commons and uncommons there. Tapu Koko Hollow. Champagne Hollow. Oh, we got Cynthia's Spiritomb art rare. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. I think that's definitely going to replace the Spiritomb illustration rare that I have now. That kind of just has Spiritomb in the center. This feels so much cooler. Oh, that's such a good card. Okay, Archaliodon EX, and that's it. So that's our hits. That's our hits for this box. Okay, it was a good box, undoubtedly a good box. But how is the Korean box going to do? Let's just grab our hits here, take a quick look at them. And actually, I'm going to start doing... I wasn't recording. Guess we got to make that one in, with some 1080p footage. That's fine. Sorry, this one, I just started recording near the end. But hey, we're going to get some really nice B-roll for it. So there's that. I was panicking like crazy. So yes, absolutely, 100%. I thought I got a God pack, actually. Man, it was so confusing. Don't do pack tricks for Mega Dreams. Just open them like normal. Because apparently the second to last card, or the third to last card is one of the hits, potentially. And I moved that to the front. And then I got that. And I was like, no way. Yeah. So we're just going to get some B-roll of this real quick. I already had this card as a promo, I think. Or not as a promo, I pulled it. Outlaw Leg, the little-known sequel to Outlaw Star. This Mimikyu card is so good. I love this card. And I love this card, too. This is... Yeah, that's a great Spiritomb card. They're like taking a selfie. It's awesome. And again, that is a massive upgrade for Scraggy. And of course, just an absolute ton of EXs here. They just keep coming when you're opening these. There's 10 of them because there's one in every pack at least. So, yep. If you like to collect EXs, which I think EX cards are super cool, then yeah. And if it doesn't matter if it's in English or not, then yeah, you need to get Mega Dreams. But that's it. Now we get to see, in comparison to this, in the next video, let's see how this Korean box does versus a Japanese one. Get subscribed or hit follow so you don't miss it. See you then. Yeah, that was rough, man. That hurt my heart. It was still a double hit. Like we got these two in one pack. So I called it a demigod pack, but then I kind of corrected myself, but kind of a demigod pack. Hey, it's surprised that after I've opened a good amount of Mega Dream and Ascended Heroes, I'm still getting upgrades out of it. Pretty cool. But it is a massive set. There's, what, over 300 cards in it? Just insano style. Huge set. Okay. I love Japanese Pokemon Mega Dream. Like, that set is so good. The hit rates are amazing. I just opened a box of it. And aside from, of course, getting an EX in every box, and aside from, of course, getting an EX in every pack, yeah, the hits were pretty good. Nothing like the Gengar or the Dragonite or anything, but still some really nice hits, multiple upgrades for the Pokédex. But that wasn't really the point of opening that box. The point is to compare it and see how the hit rates are for Korean Mega Dream, because this is a little cheaper. So maybe the hits will be worth a little bit less money, but if you're just trying to get the hits to have really awesome cards in your Pokédex or collection, this might be the way to go. We're going to find out right now. And I am recording this time. Now, there's a lot I don't know about this. I don't know if it's the same format where, like, obviously the box is different. The box by itself, and I can show you if I do this. The box itself is like a lot larger. So I don't know if there's more cards in here or if it's just packaged differently. It opens at the top instead of the bottom. Poorly. It opens poorly. I can amend that. There we go. Okay. And then you just, I guess, pull them out of the top. It doesn't have that sort of sport mode that you can get with the Japanese box. You get a little flyer here, and I guess it tells you about some of the... Oh, this tells you about the 100 packs, 100 decks that you can get, just different products. It's just advertising. And then the Korean League Season 3, whenever this was. And a collection list. So you have here all the cards for the set, and this just sort of helps you... hold on. And this helps you mark them off once you've got them. That's pretty cool. I like that. Why don't we get that in English? I don't know. But here we go. We have, just like with Japanese, we have 10 packs. And if I believe it's 10 cards each. We're about to find out. But let's see what the hits are like here. And let's see if it can beat out the 5 hits that we got from the Japanese box right here. We got Team Rocket's Mimikyu. We got the Mega Attack Rare Scraggy. We got En's Zekrom here, the illustration rare. We got Cynthia's Spiritomb illustration rare and a secret rare trainer card. Team Rocket's Transceiver, I think. So, yeah, that was our secret rare for the box. This was our Mega Attack Rare. So, pretty good. But, so that might be a little hard to beat. Let's see if the Korean box can do it. Are these as hard to open as the Japanese ones? No, it feels so different. Like the material for the packs is just not as crunchy. Oh, these have the same backing as English cards. That's interesting. Okay. These are going to look very familiar if you just watched the last video. Okay, Scraggy. That's a little different order here. Okay, trainer cards there. Hops Dubwool. Rayquaza Holo. Crobat EX. There's our EX for this pack. And we have Dusknoir Duskball. That's it. Wait, how many cards was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 7 cards per pack? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards per pack. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, 10 cards per pack, 10 packs, same number of cards as. I don't know why the box is bigger. It's just bigger. That's it. Just is. Also, there could be other things that are different. Like maybe there are no God packs in the Korean set, but I don't feel like they would like that very much over there if that was the case. Like I would, they might be pretty angry if that was the situation. I don't like opening it like this. It directly like pulls against the cards, and that's really dumb. I don't like that. So these are a little harder to open than the Japanese packs. And those already I feel like are a little hard to open. But I'm just a complaining type, I guess. Okay, just speeding through these. Crushing Hammer, sure. Cramorant. Okay, Team Rocket's Haunch Crow. I need some more of these in English, actually. Zeraora Holo. There we go. Mega Halucha EX. And we got Hops Trevenant. Illustration rare, art rare. Oh, I love this. I love this. There's so much purple. Look at that. I'll get the zoom in now instead of doing it after the fact. And what is Hop laughing at? It's Evil Tree. It's an Evil Tree. Why is he laughing? That is such a cool card. Are you kidding me? Ah, and look at that. With no pack trick, they have the hit at the back. I like that. I like that. Good job, Pokemon Korea, or what, however that's designated. Okay, all right. Off to a good start there. Do I already have an illustration rare for Trevenant? No, just a holo rare. So that's a big upgrade. Love it. Okay, perfect. Moving on. Yeah, Trevenant's great. And again, big upgrade. We love those. Execute, Watchtower, Pecharunt, Balloon, Dusknoir. I do really like this Dusknoir. The artwork is so cool on this, and the background is really cool. Okay, Iono's Belly Bolt EX, and that's going to be it for this pack. Okay, that was our EX. So pretty much what you would call a normal pack for this for these sets. Works perfectly on one, and then the next one it's just like, no. Cool. That's so helpful. Thank you. I hate this. There we go, I guess. Then it wants to open there, and I'm just going to damage my cards, and this is great. All right, that is it. That is it. Also, I just trimmed my fingernails, so I don't have any kind of edge to them or anything. So it's really hard to get it to rip in that way. There we go. Look at that. I opened it. Come on out. You can do it. Don't be shy. There we go. Helioptile. Hop Snorlax. Team Rocket's Articuno. And we get the Mega Scraggy EX again. And we got the Fan Rotom. Art Rare. This is one of the first full art cards I ever pulled. Was one of these. That is cool. One of the earliest ones I got was one of these. It was great. Way back when. I have to really hunt for the clip to put it on here. But I do have this in the Pokédex already, so this can go into the trade binder. But still a great card. Just Rotom, chilling. You know what? Yeah, I'm not even messing around with it anymore. I don't want to accidentally damage the cards or anything. I just wish that they would have better perforation or better means of opening these. It's like it's almost a stretchy material or something that they make the packs out of. I don't know. Tatsugiri, Kidogi, Surfer Dude, Shaman, Dusk Noir, Hollow, and we got this thing right here is making so many people mad in the TCG. If this is the one that I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, just causing havoc. Did we get our... Oh, we got an Ultra Ball. We got an Ultra Ball full art. That's kind of sick. And the Pancham, reverse energy. But yeah, Ultra Ball. Nice. That's our secret rare, I guess. Very cool Ultra Ball card. Unfortunately, not usable in English tournaments or anything, because I would love to have that for that. But I guess I can maybe look at something like that. You get a couple of those, $2-3 a piece or something if you want to dress your deck up for like have full art in your deck for playing the TCG. You can do that. But yeah, so far this is going pretty well. Lots of hits. I mean, and not just EXs. We are just now halfway through. And I think this, if I remember correctly, if I recall correctly, this is doing better than the Japanese box did so far. It just does not want to open. It's just tough material. It's like I got an extra layer of plastic in it or something. I don't like it. Oh, sir, I don't like it. A little Dustox action there. Spectrier, Noctowl Hollow. Okay, all right. Latias EX, right? I'm going to forever get it wrong. Let me just check them real quick. This is my moment to memorize which one's which. Yes, I've been getting it right. Good. Yeah, Latias EX. And a Snom Friend Ball. Okay. All right. 4 remaining. You know what would have been more entertaining? I did this wrong. I should have done 5 and 5 and 5 and then 5 and 5 again. Oh my God, these rip, they're the worst. Okay, so this is, I have decided there's something I don't like about the Korean box is that the pack material, it just wants to stretch. It does not want to tear. That is not great. I don't like that. I said Helioptile for Heliolisk, didn't I? I always do that, but that's what voiceover is for. And we can just cut that part out and have me saying something else. Noctowl Hollow. Okay, all right. All right. Yo, Disaster Shock. I thought it said Master Shock. Disaster Shock. Mega Electric. Mega Attack Rare. This has to be a big upgrade for that card. It's gotta be. Looking up Electric now. Or Electros. I said Electric. Okay. Mega Attack Rare. Mega Electros EX. Look at that. And for Electros, I have right now just a regular EX. So this is a big upgrade for that card slot in the Pokédex. So I am happy to see that. We got mega attack rares as 2 upgrades from these 2 boxes. So that's good. We're not done yet though. We still have 3 packs remaining. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what we get. Sorry, I'm not changing out the pack or anything. I'm sorry. I was just cutting it to where the thing wouldn't fall and I wouldn't have to pick it up. Never mind. Okay, oops. Bubble. Okay. Pungro. Some dude. Double Hollow, Rayquaza Hollow, another Mega Halucha EX, and we got the Heliolisk Art Rare. Heliolisk Art Rare. Nice. I do think I have this already. I do have this already. But still a fantastic card. I love it. I generally, if you have a Pokemon sleeping, I'm happy. I think I might have been off camera for some of that. Like, did I zoom in just now or was I zoomed in the whole time? Okay, I'm losing focus here, but still a gorgeous card. I love this card. It's gonna be great for the trade binder. Really great one. Someone should just put like DirecTV on the. Man, does anyone still use satellite TV? My goodness. Might have just dated myself there. The card is biblical. Do you mean that as in it's really nice? Because it is. Okay, Badoo, Corellia, Diglett. Hold on. What's up? I don't put my thumb there because I don't have the Diglett thumbs like Pat does, but still. Honchkrow, Zeraora. Okay, our Chalyodon EX into a... Okay, Boufflant. Okay, 1 pack left. So let's see what needs to happen here for this to beat the... Okay, actually, when it comes down to it, all it has to do is be like 1 more full art or something, and it's going to beat the Japanese box. Because this is kind of like hit for hit what we got in the other one. Where you had your secret rare item card, you had a mega attack rare, and if I'm not mistaken, 3 illustration rares. Yes, 3 illustration rares. So unless this is just what you're going to get, like that's, I don't think so, but yeah, it's really close. So if there's one more hit in this pack, then yeah, instead of getting a Japanese Mega Dreams box, grab yourself a Korean one. Give it a try. And you know what? It heard me and it appreciated it and it opened like butter that time. How about that? I gave it 1 more try for that without the scissors. Okay. Last pack mojo. Let's go. Got to make sure I'm in focus here. Okay. Zubat. Solrock. Net. The net thing. Okay. And Lunatone. And Togekiss, Hollow, Reshiram EX, and Okie dokie Friend Ball. Wow. It had to be a tie, didn't it? It just had to be a tie. We couldn't get anything definitive. Great. I mean, yeah, it's the same. It's the same picture. But with different cards. I mean, I had a blast opening both of these. And seriously, if you are in a rut right now because you've been trying to open Ascended Heroes and getting nothing, these are the same cards. They just have different languages on them. And it is genuinely cheaper to get either of these than an ETB that has fewer packs in English. Okay, so if you're hunting for something for your collection for Ascended Heroes, and it doesn't matter whether or not it's in English, grab that instead. There's plenty of places to get it, and I'm not sponsored by any of them, so I won't bring them up here. All right. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. More cool stuff coming up in the next one, so get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. See you then. Bye-bye. But the Duolingo subscription is going to cost you. I don't like, the thing is, the main thing about Pokemon cards for me is the artwork. I love it. It's awesome. I have found some new favorite artists because of it. And just like the colors, the dynamics of it, it's just so cool. And yes, I do want to play the game, but I have plenty of English cards. Like if I'm just trying to upgrade my Electros, bam. Getting 20 packs of Ascended Heroes would have cost double what I paid here. Although I have heard they're bringing a Heavy Hitters collection to Sam's Club. So it's going to have like 14 packs in it. But it's probably not going to be all Ascended Heroes, unfortunately. I'm not going to stop opening Ascended Heroes. I actually have two boxes, two products right now with more Ascended Heroes packs. Main reason is like they were there, they weren't that expensive, and I wanted the EXs that come with them, which is the Mega Meganium EX. But that's 8 packs, and it's like for the price of those 2 boxes, I could have bought this, which has 10 packs in it. Like, it's just nice to know that the hit rates are the same for the Japanese box, for the Korean boxes as they are for the Japanese boxes. That is cool. That is good. And particularly if you like to collect EXs, like 10 in a box of 10 packs is really, really good. Just 1 in every pack is really good. Heck, I wonder if... I mean, the Dragapult here... What do I have for Dragapult right now? I have an EX. Okay. These make great upgrades for a Pokédex. They do, though. But definitely my favorite from this set are the Mega Attack Rares. 100%. They're so sick. Now, some of y'all might not know this. Even, like, if, you know, but... This is in Korean, right? And in Japanese, it's the same thing, where the move is in English. This move is Disaster Shock. It's this move right here. But if you get the card in English, that text right there is in Japanese. So cool. That just helps me keep this all tidy. There we go. Yeah, I forgot I had those boxes for a minute. So I'm not like giving up on English Ascended Heroes, but I just want it to be more affordable, man. I just the problem with a set like Ascended Heroes, it is a special set, right? So that means you cannot buy a booster box. The best you can get are booster bundles, and even those skyrocketed in price. It sucks. Full art ones look awesome. Not gonna lie, yeah. Lanfell, how you doing? Well, did you guys enjoy that? I like comparing regional products like that. That's fun. It's a good time. Okay. Well, we had fun. I think we had fun tonight. We got to help some people out with computer stuff. We got to open some packs. I was severely disappointed by Chaos Rising, though I did get like that one hit out of it that I already have, the chestbend. Okay. Yeah, the first round of packs was better. But I do have more stuff from Chaos Rising coming in, an ETB, so I can get that promo card, a booster bundle, and a 3-card. Well, I'm probably going to open that there. It was a good time. I agree. All right. Okay. So we are going to raid a buddy of mine. I've talked about this before. I typically don't curse on stream. He does. And I'm not talking about Manly. Okay. That does count for him too. But no, I'm not talking about Manly. This is Duty Beard, who I've known for years now. It's been a great stream. Thank you for the help and insight. Midwest, you're very welcome. Anytime you want to chat PCs or Pokemon, this is the place. So I will be here 3 times a week. Maybe more soon. We'll see. By the way, I'm an addict, but I won't. I want a Lost Abyss ETB. I won a Lost Abyss ETB for under $50 on another TikTok stream. Wow. That's really cool, actually. Very cool. Congrats on the win. But yeah, so if you are averse to adult language, I suppose, mute Twitch before we do the raid. You should still stick around though, but mute the stream. We'll go ahead and raid. Duty, it's been forever. I haven't seen him since TwitchCon. I haven't chatted with him since TwitchCon, so last year, so it'll be nice. Just look at the sub anniversary that I hit when we go there, and you'll see how long I've been friends with Duty Beard. But we're gonna give him a raid right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have to go to GameStop now, just to go pick up a promo card and my ETB and stuff. I'm tired, but go out there, grab a bite to eat, come back, and it'll be fine. So, but yeah, come back on Sunday where we can do that ETB or whatever. We'll do other stuff. And we're going to get back to the Nuzlocke, my very first Nuzlocke. We're going to continue that. I'm going to try to make more progress on this Sunday than I did last Sunday because we didn't get very far. And it'll be fun. A lot of stuff coming in from gambling. I don't recommend it. Thank you, Shanala. I'm glad to hear it. Sounds good, Midwest. I appreciate it. Yeah, gambling, bad, says the guy who just ripped Pokemon packs on stream. But that's because I'm collecting. I am not trying to make money by doing this. We'll add revenue eventually. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get that started. We're going to go ahead and drop a raid for Duty Beard here. Okay, good. And yeah, appreciate y'all. See you Sunday, 8 p.m. Central. Until then, please take care.
Let's go, nerds!